Although we've also seen a lot of wins. I feel like this is not, well, I guess this is Division 1. We saw a lot of Tusk in Division 2 of China, that's for sure.
We did. In all sorts of positions as well.
I guess we'll see how this game ends up going as both teams going close to each other. Smoke breaks on Daraccio.
Daraccio.
Larry and Tofu. Interesting. Okay, so I guess what they're looking for, or at least in my eyes, would have been
30 seconds to battle.
Solari with the Night Stalker.
Yeah.
But we'll see how the lanes kind of go out. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they even threw the Pugna top.
I mean, the supports are kind of just there to sustain the lane, honestly. Whatever they put with this Night Stalker is not going to be super great. You really just want to get to level 6 and then start playing together. Like, their lanes aren't great.
And it's not the same as, say, the IO Sardar, right?
Yeah. It's going to be a lot more difficult.
So Ace with Solari up in the top lane. Mid is Boom, and then bottom is Tofu with Daraccio.
Daraccio.
Gotta get your pronunciation. Mind Control and GH down here, and they'll immediately go to the homing missile into the sandstorm. So we'll see how it goes, because Tofu going to the early Nether Ward, definitely don't want to be giving that up for free. But 20 gold going the way of GH, not fun. Top lane. I don't really see how you get a kill here unless Kuroki finds himself out of position.
Yeah, nighttime is really when you might start to get a kill or two. But until then, you're just going to sustain your lane. But once you hit nighttime, it can get really scary with that extra attack speed you get from IO. Dive potential.
Like, you definitely need to have a +1 if you're going to go for a kill up in the top lane. RMN taking a lot of damage here mid, and I'm not surprised. I want to say this Leshrac should dominate.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the easier Lesh lanes.
We've seen mid Tusks go heavy in the shards and do like a 3-1-1 kind of thing. But not going to go great when you can't lock in the shards.
I mean, again, though, like, RMN is not really a mid or core player of any capacity, so Boom should have a really easy time of just handling him. And handling him, yeah, he's manhandling him right now. 5 CS only for the Tusk.
To the 14-4 of this Leshrac. Shards again, but has the creeps to take the tower shot, so really just not going well. Boom's gonna grab that water rune in top lane. Miracle getting chased, but right now he's got the Mystic Snake as well as the Mana Shield, so he is eating some of that damage and not too worse for wear. They need to make sure that they stop this Medusa from getting the stacks, because the lane, you get what you get and you don't get upset. It's really about whether or not the Medusa is safely able to just back up and pick up those stacks in the jungle, especially when you got yourself a Kato, which we've seen in the past be able to stack really well. And Tofu immediately going for the block in the big camp, and then right now they don't have anything on that ancient stack, so doing a really good job in actually blocking both camps.
Yeah, very well played. They know exactly what the winning condition is for them, because if Medusa doesn't get big, they have like nothing in this game. And at the same time, once nighttime hits, I'm a little bit scared for the top lane, in all honesty. Because Medusa Trian won't be able to fight this lane at all.
Not really able to fight this lane at the moment. It's not even nighttime yet. He's still awake. I say that, but Kuroki gets first blood. Solari just finds himself in a little bit of a poor position and ends up dead. I don't know if he was expecting that kind of damage to come out. I mean, it certainly wasn't with the positioning he was in.
Yeah, the snake bounces. If you're not careful, like these snakes, they deal a ton of damage. You really gotta respect those bounces. Last bounce is like 300 damage or so.
So now that gives Miracle level 3. We've also got Kuroki at level 3, who's gotten level 2 into the Leech Seed. So Nature's Grasp, Leech Seed, certainly going to make it a little bit difficult here in lane for Ace and Solari. But again, look at mid. Getting doubled in CS. RMN, he's still level 4 to Leshrac level 5, who could potentially close in on level 6 pretty quickly if RMN's not too careful. And not only level 6, but push in on your tower.
Yeah, and Lesh is definitely one of those snowball heroes, right? I wouldn't be surprised that as soon as he hits 6, he's gonna get some support rotations. Oh, actually, he's getting blasted middle right now.
Shards, and there's the Fairy Fire. And now going into the Snowball, they get a kill with the rotation of GH. They bring over Tofu, but it's just not nearly quick enough.
Yeah, and even if it TP'd earlier, the supports don't do anything really. Maybe the IO can come and save, but you need him up to pressure the Medusa. Now it's nighttime, means now it's go time.
Tofu's Nether Blast doing nothing with the infused raindrops. And now they go after Kuroki. Top lane, but again, not enough damage. Nature's Grasp was down. Ace trying to do what he can to get that kill. There's not a lot of trees out. They are actually starting to regrow in this lane, as they did a good job of taking them out and making Kuroki's availability a little bit limited. But still need to find out a game plan in terms of getting a kill here up in the top lane. That being said, you look at the CS and the top 3 are all on the side of Gaming Gladiators.
Yeah, sure you get the kill in the mid, but that doesn't really tell the whole story of the lane still. And now top lane, as I said, is also going to get a little bit more difficult. So Tusk should be rotating there at some point.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Who gets the rune?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, Boom gets the rune, and he's running top.
Yeah, he might come around, and if they can get around the back, Solari's surviving, especially. They can get a couple of kills here if they're not too careful. Right now, they're hidden behind their tower.
They're going to need TPs, they're going to die.
Nighttime.
They need TPs right now.
Yeah, Boom coming over, and here he goes. He's got the ult. They go after Miracle. Now they've got the Nature's Grasp down, but here comes the Snowball. They'll go after Ace. They have the Walrus Punch. RMN gets the kill, and Boom's still trying to solo out Kuroki, but they've lost Solari. They'll lose Kuroki, and there's the TP out from Boom, but that is not what you want to be giving up.
Yeah, Lash damage, not quite enough, unfortunately, and ended up chasing the tree end rather than the Medusa. So definitely not the price that they wanted. Nice TP rotation from Arman. This sort of reminds me of Xiaoba when he played for LGD, you remember? He got destroyed in mid every time, but his rotations were really good.
He knew what he wanted from mid.
Yeah, which is not win the lane because he knew he couldn't. Which is also why they pick a Tusk, right?
Yeah. You get that level 6, you get that little bit of a damage boost, and you try to do what you can with it.
Yeah. I like it, I like it. Now, do I think that in the long run you can win with this? No. But is it a good hotfix for right now? Definitely.
I think the thing is that you need to protect the Medusa, right? And Tusk is going to fall off pretty heavily, but as long as you can get the Medusa to that point where she feels strong, I think you're okay. Mind Control on the run, dusted up, killed off. Boom gets the kill there. And again, Gaming Gladiators working with, you know, a 1K net worth lead, despite the fact that they're doubled in kills.
Just look at Lesha's net worth, it's insane. As we said, he's a hero that can snowball out of control really quickly if you're not too careful. Oh, DD and Tusk now. That Walrus Punch is really gonna hurt. It's gonna pack a punch, speak up.
Now RMN gonna try to spot something, but for the moment doesn't. And he's also got it bottled up, so he doesn't exactly need to use it immediately. He can hold on to that double damage rune and potentially go for somebody with a +1, and it might be that move over mid. Double damage is popped. Solari getting low, but he doesn't get the kill on RMN. Oh no! They'll end up going down. They lose nothing on the side of Gaming Gladiators. That is the opposite of what we were just praising Armen for.
Yeah, but this is like the Lash paradise, right? Like, if he's ever just free to run next to you without really taking any sort of damage, it's gonna be really, really difficult to really do anything about it. Where's Medusa?
Yeah.
Already in the jungle. Not too rich, not too poor. It's gonna start catching back up again, of course.
Well, that's it. The stacks are there. There's no ancient stack, and there is no there's no stacks in the triangle.
Wait. How did that ancient camp spawn? Oh, yeah, okay. Didn't try to stack it yet. Diving Kuroki. You can't use your void too early or he's just gonna TP out.
Well, they've also got boom here, so they want to use the void and then hold maybe the extra stun and get the kill, but instead they'll let Ace go for it and get it. You know, the creep wave and go for the tower.
Yeah. IO Lash, really, really strong together. You get all the spell amp, of course, and the extra HP that Lash so desperately needs. It's a great combination.
So far right now, they haven't used the gyro to get any of these kills.
Yeah, he's just farming away.
Yeah.
Finishes Crystals already. And honestly, right now they don't need to do much more than just get the levels. They already got a pretty sizable lead. And now it's daytime anyway. Night Stalker does not like daylight. He's not Blade.
So 2K lead right now for Gaming Gladiators, and again, putting the pressure on. You need to keep your foot on the gas up against this Medusa. And they're gonna look to get the tier 1 up in the here in the mid lane. If they can do so, they really open up the map enough for them to potentially just continue to jump on this Medusa and shut him down. Miracle needs to be very careful. His net worth is right now below the gyrocopter, but like I said, not a lot of stacks made.
Yeah, they're definitely being out-farmed around the map right now. How's Sanking looking? Blink done.
He's got the blink. So I was going to say, not amazing, but close enough where, yeah, he's going to have that blink dagger and feel pretty decent about where he's at.
Yeah, it's go time now, I think. Smoke up the Sanking, try to get a good epi kill, and then go back to farming with the Medusa. If they can get the Medusa up to 3-4 items without being at a massive disadvantage, this game is theirs.
And Kuroki's just trying to defend this tower up in the top lane, but they've also got themselves Boom and Solari taking the farm here in the jungle. Tofu in some trouble, life draining. Solar Bind and Gyro showing his face for a second, and that'll stop them from jumping completely, but Tofu stopped with the shards. Again, still, they do not want to go in
Nice
just
double.
yet. Oh, on the other side, though, they get Solari. They'll look for Boom. They've got the epicenter. They've got 4 heroes here. There's the call down and maybe a turnaround. RMN getting a little bit low. The overgrowth is in, and RMN TP's out. Kuroki may not be so fortunate, but he also has the help of Miracle, who goes into the Stone Gaze. The Burrow Strike comes through, and this is going perfectly right now for Nigma. They've lost nothing. They've got 3, and Nigma Galaxy played that one very perfectly and baited Gaming Gladiators deeper and deeper onto their side, and enough so, because it wasn't too far onto their end, but enough so to get a lot out of that exchange.
Yeah, getting a little bit too cocky with the Leshrac shenanigans, trying to edict the tower through the fog. Nice recognition by Mind Control, using his newly acquired Blink Dagger perfectly. Power of Sanking. It can be such a strong hero in the right hands.
That worked out really well. Now all of a sudden, the whole conversation about how we thought Gaming Gladiators were pacing correctly and doing what they needed to do to keep this Medusa from getting out of control is significantly nullified.
Yeah, Medusa is certainly back on track to her timings again. And even the supports are very farmed on the die. There's usually something that happens when you have like a non-core stand-in on the core role. Like, they tend to take much less farm. So there is a lot more farm for Kuro and GH on the map, which isn't necessarily bad.
Well, GH naturally is on a hero that wants a lot of farm, right?
Yeah, and one that's gonna naturally get a lot of farm. Night Stalker, they see him.
They got the shards
They
placed
don't
right,
commit.
but yeah, they don't want to
Okay.
commit to this just yet. Maybe not
Interesting.
knowing what could potentially TP into the tier 1 tower.
Yeah, they did know there's no nighttime though.
Radiant's middle tower
However,
is under attack.
choosing to play it safe. Dug,
Grabbing a couple stacks. So again, just trying to do what they can to get Miracle to stay at the top of this net worth. Gyrocopter, who we really haven't talked about much at all. Dyrachio going for the Ags and has the Crystallis. So his farm, it's keeping up with the Medusa. The question is it going to be enough?
The problem is if you compare the two of them like on a surface level, they're pretty similar, right? Spread damage carries that run in and hit everything. But Dusa's teamfight presence is just so much more overwhelming with that stone gaze. So you're always gonna lose out to her in the long run.
Fighting in, especially with the Blink Burrow Strike that we've seen already be effective coming through from Mind Control.
Now it's nighttime though, so what can they make happen here? If anything, really.
And Boom, I'd like to see him maybe play with his team and a little bit more aggressive in this nighttime to get a couple of kills and kind of go back to that equilibrium that they had in their favor. But we'll have to see again what they want to make do with on this nighttime. So
Yeah, I'm wondering if they just want to wait for the Night Stalker BKB, which is still 800 gold away, so it's not going to be super quick.
and it's not going to be in this nighttime. It doesn't feel like.
They probably will, but like towards the end of it. And by that point, you know, Medusa already up
Doesn't-
with the Dragonlance now.
Doesn't give you a lot of time to move around if you're going to wait for the BKB. So we'll see how they approach that. And again, Medusa, Dragonlance, Manta style, now going into the Scotty and trying to do whatever he can here for Miracle and make some stacks and get that farm. I can't reiterate it enough. Like, Medusa is not being punished. We talked about how that's like the driving factor in this lineup. But they'll have Ags now on Gyrocopter. The BKB is soon for Ace on the Night Stalker. The tools are there. And I think that
Oh, our man.
this has to be the timing that they
He's
go
gone.
for. And they land the stun. They have the life drain. They've got the damage to get a kill on RMN. You got to remember that that is, in fact, a mid Tusk. So that does feel a little bit better than, say, if it was like a 4 or 5 Tusk. And it'll allow them to go into Roche and at least try to go and get this Aegis.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, should be pretty simple to get this Roshan. Are they looking to go over? Or maybe a couple of Cuddle Blasts? Now just getting the D-Ward done.
Life Drain messing with the Coddle and continuing on this Roche. They're coming over, but it's not going to be in time. He just picked up by Boom. Miracle up in the front. The rest of the team not following up just yet. They're looking to make the jump in. Void on a Miracle.
It's BKB on
Miracle
Night
running
Stalker.
back and Mind Control waiting for the opportunity to maybe get a Blink Burrow Strike with an Epicenter and turn that into a Stone Gaze. It's Gaimin Gladiators who are looking for the right time to make the commitment, though, as they're trying to corral them maybe into a spot that they feel more comfortable fighting in, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Walrus Punch, though, as the BKB comes out, as well as the Overgrowth, so now Ace isn't really able to do anything, and with that, he and his team want to get out. They relocate away. Snowball going the other direction, and they still find Ace. They've got Boom moving in on a Miracle. Miracle getting low, not a lot of mana to work with, but he still does have himself that wand, and the wand charge is going to bring him back up to a healthy spot in which he can continue to fight.
Gyrocopter
The
the
stun
vessel.
hits from Boom. They've got the life drain coming in from Tofu out onto the Gyrocopter. They get the kill onto the Gyro to take his life out. It's the Aegis popped on Boom, and they're going to continue to move on in and look to take out the Shrek for a second time. They've got the tether. Boom looking to land the stun, but it's a little bit off the mark as Miracle continues to hit away. Ace not dealing with a lot of health right now. The Burrow Strike, the Snowball all the way through to Solari, and they get Boom and Solari. Well done by Nigma the entire time. They kited out that fight and found their opening to get 3 and lose nothing. Not only that did they get 3, it was an Aegis too.
Yeah, absolutely one-sided team fight. Also amazing Manta dodge by Miracle, which allowed him to live. Just overall, Nigma completely outplaying Gaimin there. I think Gaimin had the right idea with how they were approaching the fight. Like, get Night Stalker in, bait out a lot of ults. I think they used 2 ults on him, relocate him out, and then run him with the rest. But then Nigma just Cuddle Blast after Cuddle Blast, healing everybody, damaging so much.
Ooh, coming over again.
Tofu, you surely can't do that. What?
No. All right, well, I guess it's a trade,
It's
but
a
the Burrow Strike
Medusa.
lands, and Solari is very low and very gone. Shards on the money. Snowball, BKB, Ace on the run, call down there. It's a double damage on the Medusa. They're trying to wrap around. And again, it looks like Gaming Gladiators are trying to force something. Meanwhile, Miracle is just trying to steal this Gyro's arm and maybe his life, but mind control gets killed off by Boom while that's happening.
So messy. Both teams just hyper aggressive suddenly, but the big winner of this all is
Medusa.
of course the Medusa. Yeah, exactly. Very close to the Skadi now, and we know the timing that the Skadi really is for Medusa. So strong in this game against his double heal as well. Oh, Brigand's Blade also for her.
When it couldn't get better, it does.
I still think neutral item should be mirrored for both teams.
I don't think so.
Or there should be like a...
If it's
mirror
mirrored, then
item.
one team can definitely benefit more
Yeah,
than
but
the other.
then there should at least be like a draft. You know, like you draft your own neutral items or something.
I
As
liked
having
our
RNG dictated
original idea.
The
And by
tokens?
ours, I mean yours. Tokens.
And tokens are number 1, of course, but will they ever add that? Probably not.
So, for the moment, I mean, the net worth showing even.
There's a lot of money on the supports, though, right? Like,
At
if
least
you
for
look at
Dire,
Sand
yeah.
King and Tusk, there's really not a lot of staying power for them. It's really all on the Medusa, which can be a little bit scary if you play against Night Stalker. Like that silence can lock you down and potentially not let you get out Stone Gaze.
Certainly a possibility, but at the same time, too, like, you need to think, is this okay net worth-wise just for, say, a 4 protect 1? Snowball not going to get to Tofu in time, but the Burrow Strike does. The shards are there. The right clicks are in. The mech does nothing, and Mind Control as a kill on a Solari.
Oh, our man, Q
Arm.
move. Ice shots in 3.
Rest of the team just wasn't close enough for him.
Yeah. So Gyrocopter finished his BKB now. So he's a strong
So
boy
now-
too.
Now he's got that BKB. He's got the Crystals. He's going to the Satanic. He certainly puts out the damage. They were almost able to kill Medusa, but Medusa... A Miracle is almost always working with a full wand.
Yeah,
And that's what
Magic Wand on
saved him the
Medusa
last
is
time.
so strong.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Nighttime popped.
Yeah, nighttime
Looking
maybe
for
looking for RMN. Shards, homie missile coming in. Medusa
he
coming
doesn't
around the
BKB, whoa.
side. They need to be careful. RMN goes to the snowball, and Ace is going to draw them all the way over to the side.
Well, Ace is
Right
dead.
clicks through, overgrowth in. Now they've got the right clicks, but the help is there from Solari to try and keep him alive. The tether breaks, and now Solari is the one who dies. The Illuminate does it. The snowball is through. Baracho is looking to survive the snowball as well as the Stone Gaze coming through, but the Stone Gaze is
Medusa
there.
power
He's
here.
turned to stone, and well, his favorite band
BKB
may
on Lash,
be
BKB on
ELO.
Lash.
However, he does survive. They've got the Burrow Strike as well as the Epicenter. He only survives for a moment longer as he gets killed off by Miracle. Mind Control turned around on it. Solari gets credit for that one, and Boom ends up falling to Miracle as well. Double kill
Yeah.
for this Medusa. And again, the big benefactor of all these fights has been and always will be this Medusa.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what we alluded to in the draft already. If this game doesn't go perfectly, Medusa will just become this immovable wall. And what do you do? Like, they all run into her with BKB activated, but Stone Gaze doesn't care. Eye of Skadi doesn't care. Mitigates all your healing power. And your entire draft is basically countered by this Medusa Skadi timing.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
If you miss your timings against her and you don't have the proper heroes to beat her in late game, like, you have no chance. Like, all these heroes, they hate playing against Medusa in the mid game.
Got it. I think everybody hates playing against Medusa in the mid game.
Yeah, but
Players
there's some
and
heroes that
heroes.
at least they can endure it.
And Miracle going dataless. So
Yeah, just pure damage now. That's all he's got to
Skadi,
do.
dataless,
Radiant's top tower
Swift
is under
Blink.
attack.
We've seen Swift Blink at times earlier where you just Swift Blink and take these towers, and
Radiant's
honestly,
top
it feels
tower
like you
has
could
fallen.
slow siege that way and get your gold that way. They're gonna go for this and try and fight. Ace is already on the back lines looking for GH.
It's a long to
Tries to
PGH. Hey,
TP
kill him,
out,
kill him, kill him. Hey!
and he's gone.
What?
Ace gave up on it.
It was a super long TP. What's that?
They want more. They're certainly thinking about it. They've got the crippling fear in a second. The homing missile's not going to make it a miracle. This tier 1 mid is still standing 25 minutes into the game, and now they've got the stun that lands on RMN. The silence is there. The BKB is popped, but he ends up dead. They go to the Stone Gaze. Miracle looking to get at least something. They'll find Boom. Boom mules up into the air, but surviving. Solari's in with the relocate. It's about 2 inches further than where he was. And life draining, trying to help Boom get a little bit of life back, and by a little bit, he is already real healthy. And maybe they go after Miracle, but the Burrow Strike is ready. They've got the tether once again. Solari in some trouble when they go with Kuroki. The blink as well as the overgrowth. They get the gun on the wit. They'll take out Solari. Darachio's in some trouble. The right click still coming through from Miracle. Kuroki dead to Tofu with BKB wearing out of this gyrocopter. Well, now he's got to avoid the fight.
Oh, the soul
Boom,
up there.
solar bound and killed off Burrow Strike with the caustic finale, finishing off his life.
What is his soul up there?
Dire's bottom
Thinking of
tower
some
is under
Dragon Ball
attack.
Z. Got DBZ on the mind.
It should be called soul up there, really. Would be way cooler.
Coddle's got to put his staff in a holster, and then he's got to put his fingers in front of his face, and he's got to do the solar flare.
Yeah. It blinds everyone.
Quick animation.
Invisibility.
Now, I'm having a really hard time trying to figure out a comeback avenue for Gaimin here.
It starts with killing the Medusa, but I don't know if that's possible.
Yeah. At this
He's
point,
got the Daedalus,
probably,
and he's going Swift Blink.
what, effectively 10k health almost? Close to it? Yeah, it's gonna be rough. You have a Coddle healing you up, you have Tree Armor healing you up, you have potential Snowball saves, and there's the Roshan up.
Radiant's bottom
I'll
tower
just
is
say,
under
if Medusa gets this Aegis, the game is over. They need to fight this. No choice.
So GH will bring in RMN. The smoke is there, and Ace over to the side. Life drain, blink, Burrow
Tofu?
Strike coming through. Tofu kind of out of his mind, and he's eaten real quick. Where's the buyback? Daedalus is now there onto the gyrocopter. We'll see if that's even enough damage to get anything done, but they'll go with RMN making the snowball over to Ace. Overgrowth, Boom, now stuck right on him.
Nice
But
dual
he
stun.
lands a 2-man stun, and he will relocate out. Braccio, though, he needs to run. RMN, though, doesn't have a snowball. He's silenced. He's gone. Ace one shot from dead, surviving. So now they're without the Tusk, and it's a 5v4. Ace, it's
No
the
Stone
ability's
Gaze,
called a life drain, but for him, it's life gain.
Life drain, life gain. What's the difference? But yeah, Medusa has no Stone Gaze, so I don't know if they're comfortable actually fighting through this Roche Pit now.
They don't have overgrowth. They do have blink Burrow Strike if they want to make a ditch effort at this play. And it looks like Miracle's going to step in. They go to the blink
he's
control, the
dead,
barrel
dead.
strike. They look for this kill out of the gyro and get it. Such quick damage, and there's the solar bind. Ace in trouble. The leech seed is in, and they're trying to slow him up to get the kill here out of the Night
Lincoln
Stalker.
one
But
on
they
Sand
don't
King.
really need to chase much further without the gyro. I don't really think that they can contest this Roche, especially with it being so low.
Yeah. And then the Aegis does end up going to the hands of the Medusa, which is pretty much the Nightmare scenario. She gets the free shot as well. Ay, 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 ay. Wait, give the shot to the Sand King. No, he already has one. And back to the Medusa.
Shard on the ground. Shard into Miracle's hands.
Claws.
And there's Cold-Blooded.
Yeah.
Ice
very
in his
good against the
vein.
heroes.
Mind Control coming up into the top lane. They're going to get the kill on RMN, but it's two-man Blink Burrow Strike looking for the epicenter. That's going to be out on an Ace who pops his own BKB. They've got the mech. Mind Control on the run. Here comes
Medusa's
Miracle
coming.
working
Run,
with
run,
an
run, run.
Aegis. They need to run. They go to the Stone Gaze, blinking forward, finding Tofu, but I think they want more. And by more, it was Boom, but they do not catch the Leshrac. These heroes didn't actually TP out. You're going to TP in this gyrocopter the top lane and maybe look to re-engage, knowing now that Stone Gaze is down. But killing Medusa off once has been an issue. Killing her off twice is going to be an even bigger issue, especially when you get hit with the snake. When you throw out that Decrepify, they get the kill on the Slayer. They're taking the IO. Now they're going to look over at GH. Boom, running by GH, surviving for a moment longer with the Psychic Headband. Now they've already used the call down, and they so far only got the coddle out of it. They'll finish
Ooh,
off
Lash.
Kuroki, who's in the
He's dead.
trees, and Boom goes down to Miracle. The damage is just too much, and Miracle has a blink up in 6, but can't catch anybody else.
It's so hard to fight when you have to keep running away from this one moving tower. I feel like Gaimin is doing a very good job trying to avoid the Medusa, but you can only avoid your problems for that long, right? Oh, now Gyrocopter is going to decrepify. Oh, Tofu's just dead, I think.
Gosh. Yeah.
Bye.
The right
And Gyro
clicks
too, if he
in, there's
scouted
the
him up.
kill.
Blink in one. Do they go? Oh. Expiring in one.
Bro strike on a Solari. Now Miracle, he's so far in.
but
He
he
wants
doesn't
to
care.
finish this game right here, right now. He'll
He
go
doesn't
after
care.
Ace. The right clicks are through. The shards are on the money. And they will get a triple kill for Miracle. Yeah, he does not care at all. Right into the base.
Yeah,
they're
this
right
game
here.
is all but over. All but over. They missed the Medusa timing, unfortunately. Or rather, they missed the anti-Medusa timing. Oh, dude, I really hope Medusa gets nerfed soon. I see him in all of my pub games. It's just
I'd
such
love
an
Medusa
easy
to
win
get nerfed.
condition, you know?
Yep.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Like, sit back and wait for the enemy to run at us, while being one of the best heroes
Dire's
to be ran
bottom
at.
tower is under attack.
Or rather, to defend yourself.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
And now top is next on the agenda. Swift Blink almost down on the Medusa.
Radiant's
Miracle
top
has done
tower
this a
is under
bunch.
attack.
He just manta dodges this homing missile every single time.
Is under attack.
Yeah, well, Lash stuns too. He's been very consistent with that in this game.
Radiant's top tower
Yep.
has fallen. Radiant's
Boom moving in. Miracle.
And now he's full mana again.
Oh boy, this is rough to deal with. They're just trying to fight, and the life drain is out on the Boom, giving him a little bit of life and maybe some confidence to go and fight. Fighting
the
in a Miracle
problem.
is not a great idea.
Yeah,
Swift
you have
Blink now,
all these
too.
high mana heroes. Look at Gyro, even he has 1400. You have Lash sitting at how much? 1600. Then you have the partner sitting at 1600. Every time he throws out a snake, he gets back so much mana against these heroes.
And he doesn't have to necessarily throw out a snake either. He's got the Cold-Blooded. If he gets Decrepified, he's got a snake. If he gets Voided, he's got a snake. If he gets Homing Missiled, he's got a snake. Like,
Lots of snakes.
yeah, it's really easy for him to just sustain this game.
Great show, you gotta be careful. Oh, BKB already popped.
Yeah, there they go. Swift Blink moving in. Stone Gaze used. BKB's been popped already by the Gyro. They're in and out.
Yeah,
Don't lose
Stone Gaze a
anything.
bit preemptively, perhaps, but are they gonna try to use this Aegis still? 40 seconds is not a whole lot of time to work with.
Although Boom,
Wait, Lash is all by
very
himself.
far forward by himself, and it's a blink north, but oh,
Wow.
That is
Unfortunate.
dangerous.
Just a little bit.
And truthfully, RMN, he is here to use this Mage Slayer and just hit the Leshrac.
Yeah, pretty much.
Find Slayer, and they'll get the kill onto the IO. Overgrowth
Riyadh
is
should not be
used. They
KB2.
will find the Gyro, both of which have buyback, and there's the Aegis expiring. But again, they haven't killed Miracle once. I don't know how much they have to fear.
Nothing at all. Like, he's an unkillable raid boss at this point,
Not
which
even
also
fear
deals way too
itself.
much damage. I don't know if you watch Kuroko no basket, but right now he's like in his mindset, the only one that can beat me is me.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
They are leaving their own base because Medusa is there. Like, they're literally not fighting.
Tofu dispatched.
Like, this looks like my pub games when they say go in mid. No one is defending.
That's where I'm in chat, just like exclamation point WL. Trying to see what you've been up to. Call down used, but RMN waiting for an opportunity potentially to go in. He doesn't have a lot of mana to work with, but he does have 20 charges on that wand. RMN goes to the snowball with the BKBB popped here by the Gyro. They'll get the kill on RMN. He kind of stops moving, giving himself up as bait. Go to the epicenter as well as the Burrow Strike that lands out of the Gyro cover. They get the relocate out, but they look over at Boom. They've got the Stone Gaze. Miracle now beyond godlike. And we'll take the other tier 4 tower. The back lines, though, Ace is just deep and gone. Oh, dear. And here they are, right back to where they once were with that relocate.
Radiant's middle tower
And again, RMN is in with the Walrus Punch. Boom trying to help with the 2-man Burrow Strike. And it's looking all over here. Miracle, and you heard
Rampage,
the bell.
Rampage.
RMN gives them the bell, and they'll call GG. Enigma Galaxy will take game 1.
They want the rampage? Oh, they're not getting it. Yeah.
They're not giving it.